Guys, what's going on? It's Percy here from P4C. Welcome back to the channel. If you know, you know. We have two boxes in front of us from PSA. These are the cards that we did the submission video on, and it came back. Now, surprisingly, these are the bulk submission, which has 81 cards. They started, well, it arrived at probably at around the 27th, 28th of September, started the other preparation on the 29th of September, and completed on the 31st of October, which means it only took about a month and a little bit, and then arrived back probably about a week ago now. We still haven't opened it. This particular submission includes a mixture of cards, a large variety of cards. I think we have One Piece, we have Digimon, we have Gundam, obviously Pokemon cards as well, and maybe even Dragon Ball as well. I can't really remember. So large variety, a lot of one-of-ones. By the time this video comes out, I hope there's still one-of-one. I think there's still one-of-one. Doesn't necessarily mean that the prices or the value of these cards are skyrocket, but it's nice to know that you're the only person who have submitted some of these cards for grading. With that said, let's go through all of the cards, show you guys the grades, and I think some of the cards were actually cost graded as well, meaning that we crack open the BGS cases and submit it to PSA, so it'll be interesting to know the result as well. Without further ado, let's go into the grades. Alright, starting things off with this Obi-Wan Kenobi card here. So this is a card that we actually submitted to BGS and cross-graded. I think it may have got a 9 or 9.5 in BGS, I can't exactly remember, but it came back a 9, so unfortunately did not quite get the 10 that we wanted. I, again, seriously don't know what's wrong with the card. There might be surfaces damage or whatnot, but we've got a 9 on this particular card. And then the next few, I think these are some of the cards that we cracked open from BGS, so I don't know if you guys remember the submission, but the Guardian of Galaxy one, this one I think it got a 9.5 maybe, if I'm not mistaken, and then obviously came back a 10. Now these are White Schwartz cards, and that's what I'm saying, like a huge variety of cards. Now this one here, we did get a 9.5, and then a Jetmin 10 here, which is great, and then an Iron Man 3, again, we cross-graded this, getting a 10 back. I think we got a BGS 9.5, and then we have a really random SAO 10th anniversary, just an SR card, and again getting a 10 here. And then we have the Himeno. If you guys don't know, this is a character from the Chainsaw Man anime. This is just an SR, so we're getting a 10 on these. Nothing too crazy. These are just cards that I really like, just want to grade them, no particular reason. There's not like they're crazy value, and it's not like after they get graded is crazy value. And another Galaxy of the Guardians there, another 10. And then another Himeno card here. This one is the OFR. I can't really remember what the OFR stand for. So you have to bear with me on that, but this one here getting a 10, a very nice. I was a little bit hesitant to grade these because I guess these are kind of straight out of the anime in terms of the shots, and then we have a Makima here, another character from Chainsaw Man, and then the volume 2, so we did get volume 1, and then let's show volume 1. So it's obviously the first movie, and then volume 2. This is the poster art here, getting I guess 10s on both. Very good. I was just a little bit thrown off, to tell you the truth, because volume 2 is 6.4 and then volume 1 is 6.5. Might have been the other way around, but anyway. And then 2 Dragon Ball Z card here, or Dragon Ball Super card here, sorry. We've got Son Goku Saiyan Transcendence, very nice. And then a Trunks Time Regulator card here. I believe this is an event pack. It's a promo. I believe this is one of the one-of-ones that we have in this particular submission, so very nice. And then we cracked open a bunch of BGS cards that came back 9.5 from female submission. So this is one of, I think this is one of them. A VV here. So this is just the, oh, this is the alternate art. Sorry, I was gonna say this is the normal secret rare, but this is the alternate art. And then we've got the OP5 alternate art, Gear 5 Luffy here, not the manga art. If you guys remember, and seemed to be one of the videos that did really well recently, was we opened an entire case of OP05, and these are some of the pulls that we got from it. This is the Rebecca here without her battle gear. Very, very nice. So we did get a lot of comments about that particular video as well, saying that we were a little bit too negative, and of course I will definitely own up to it. We've got a leader alternate Luffy here getting the 9. Not sure why though, not sure why. Looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. So we got a 9 there, unfortunate. And then we got the Gear 5 Luffy here, the normal secret rare here, getting a 10. And then we have the VV here, again normal secret. I actually really like this art here instead of this. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe you guys can let us know. Definitely in favor of the normal version rather than the alternate version here. So we got the VV there, and then going into now I don't know why, and usually PSA when they return cards to you they should be in order, but I'm just looking at these cards. Seems very, very random in terms of how they pack these, or might have been my fault. Apologies in advance. This is probably one of my favorite card out of this particular submission. This War Greymon here, 2003, is the I think it's a standard deck, so it's not something that you need try very hard to pull out from a booster box or booster hacks. But consider 2003. PSA 9, I'll take it. I honestly thought some of these cards, if they were going to get a 9, I thought it was going to be really good. So you'll see a lot more of those a little bit later on because they're a little bit more jumbo. We got a Mewtwo here. This is the Chinese, traditional Chinese version of the 151. So we've got a Mewtwo here getting a 10, very nice. And then we have 2 Pikachu here getting a 10 here. This is probably one of the cutest art of the Pikachu of late, so very, very nice. And then a Caesar here, just really like the battle of the 2 Caesar here getting a 10 from S3. And then we have more Pokemon cards here. This one here, now this one, bit of story. We've been around in my collection for a long time. We graded it with BGS, came back a 9, 9.5, and then we cross-graded with PSA. In fact, both of these we did, I think, cross-graded, and both came back in a 10. So I'm pretty happy with those. And then I think, no, and we have a Bulbasaur here, an art rare Bulbasaur, and a Squirtle art rare, both getting a 10. Now you can see the serial number here, 420, 422. So you might be wondering, where is Charmander? Charmander is in there somewhere, but pause the video in the for now, and maybe in the comment section write down what do you think the grades for Charmander was. As you can probably try to see, we tried to get a sequential number here, so sequential set. So Bulbasaur, Charmander, and obviously Squirtle. So did we get that? So let us know in the comment section below. Alright, with that said, this is definitely one of the cards that we cracked open. A Lizardon V-Star Gentmin 10. I don't know. Very, very slept on. This card is, I don't know how much it is selling in US or outside of Asia at the moment. I feel like this card, and I don't want to be one of those people who pump and dump or whatever comment may be, very slept on. You can get this card for less than 100 USD. I would even go a little bit further. You can probably get this card at around 70 to 80 USD dollars. And just the art is so amazing, and then if you have the Mewtwo and right next to it as well, it's so complete. like so much things happening in this particular picture as well. If you look closely, you'll be able to identify some Pokemons, as for example the Diglett here, I think the Tangrowth here. So I don't know, why is this card being so slept on? Is it because it's a modern? We just absolutely dropped something there. Never mind. All right, here we go. Well, answer review. We got a 9. So now, a lot of the time these things happen, so you know it's obviously more special to get a sequential set, and it is obviously going to be harder. But I just, I don't know. I feel, correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe I'm being too cautious here. It feels like PSA knows what we're trying to do, and sometimes, a lot of the time, they won't give us what we want, which is, you know, 90% of the time. So a little bit disappointed not getting the 10. If you ask me for this particular card what's wrong with it, I wouldn't be able to tell you why I didn't get 10. Maybe the edges. I can see the edges here of this particular corner. Is it me? Is it PSA? I don't know. So unfortunately, it didn't get the sequential number. But what was really good though, we got the 10 for this Psyduck here taking a stroll down the stairs. Very nice. And then another V-Star here again. I love the art, I really do, and that's why we graded a few of these. And now you will see again some of these really random Digimon cards. I actually bought this particular collection. It was a very old collection, and I thought I'd buy it anyway, and then grade some of these cards and see if it was anything. And sure enough, it doesn't. And getting a 6 here for this here. I think if anything, we might crack the case open and open the card and just put it in a binder nicely. Now, speaking of which, my favorite card, and I've put it on Instagram already. My favorite card out of this particular submission is this LMB card here. This is a Gundam card, and it's a Arsenal base, which is a game. I can't remember if this game is played on arcade or whatever. But LMB is probably one of my I would say top 10, top 5 pilot in the Gundam universe from the G Gundam series. She pilots the Noble Gundam, which is quite often referred to the Sailor Moon Gundam. And I think this is like a special promo, which you obviously can't pull from the boxes. Absolutely adore this card, and so happy that we've got a 10 here. And then a couple, going back to some of these Digimon, Omegamon, obviously. Omnimon or Omegamon, whichever one you're from. Obviously a crowd favorite here, getting a 7. I can see the whitening there. I thought I'd give it a try anyway. And you know, some of these, now these gold ones, so the previous one as well, these gold ones are very hard to get. Because obviously these are the rare cards. We're getting a 6 and 7. You know, I mean, I'm not, you know, can tell from the centering a little bit. These cards being 2003, so I'm probably not going to argue with them here. And then Precious Memories. I don't particularly know the card game too well, but I do like these particular character from the Monogatari series. Here we got Karen Agari, one of the twin sisters here. So this is it's like an event where they had battles, and obviously give these cards if you get a placing. This is Party 2015, second place here. Anytime there's a trophy cards with some of my favorite characters on it, I'll get it. All right, Omegamon, mid 9. So we did get a mid 9 for Wargreymon. We got a mid 9 for Omegamon. So again, we did grade Metal Garurumon. Is it Metal Garurumon? I'm pretty sure it's Metal Garurumon. We did grade it. Again, put it in the comment below. Pause the video for now. Put it in the comment below. What do you think we got for that? All right. Probably a top 5 for this submission is this Vivi. Vivi is actually, I would say, low key one of my top 5 characters in One Piece as well. And I would say, in terms of One Piece, right up to the Crocodile arc was where I was probably most heavily invested, and that's why I feel Vivi is one of my favorite characters from One Piece. Obviously, a lot of characters, right? Anyway, this art is amazing. This alternate art is a leader card. So happy that we got a 10 for this, so couldn't complain. And then a Jirachi. Now this Jirachi again, we bought it. We didn't buy it, we traded it. So you remember a couple of videos back, we traded a few Pikachu and we got this in along. Obviously, Jirachi being one of our favorite Pokemon, one of my favorite Pokemon, a Shining Jirachi from Shining Legend. We couldn't go past it. Got a 10 here. A Charizard B here. Again, nothing need to be more said about this. I probably prefer the V-Star art over this. And then just some cards that kind of been sitting in my binder, and then I was like, well, it probably look better on the case. All right, so this is one of it, a black and the black collection. So this is black and white base set, Japanese 2010, a Coffee Tally, and here getting the mid 9 here. So yeah, we submitted 3. This one got a 9, unfortunately, and you guys will see the other 2. Just checking to see if it's in this pile. Dream League Full Art Pikachu. I think, did we submit this in the BGS? I don't think so. We got this from a case break, actually. So again, very cute red and Pikachu card here, can't go past it. Dream League getting a 10, thank you. And then a couple of 151s are coming up. So we got 1 Pikachu, 2 Pikachu, and 3 Pikachu. So 4, 2, 4, 4, 2, 4, 4, 2, 5, and 4, 2, 6. So again, probably one of the cutest cards that can come out from the 151. Actually, all the art rare amazing from 151, because the next lots that are coming up is the Mewtwo that we already seen in Chinese, and then the Snorlax as well. So we open, I would say, what, 11 or 12 ETB from the English, so we have 11 or 12 of these copies. So we'll submit that. I'm just really happy most of these 151 came back really great result. Now, going into here, so we did get the second place, a 10. This one here, so we submitted 2 copies. This one, unfortunately, getting the excellent min 6 here. I don't know why though. I don't know why. Now, oh yeah, I can see the whitening on the card. Now, is it whitening on the card? So there's this particular corner here, this particular corner here, but yeah, I think I would like to say it is whitening on the card. The reason why I'm kind of like because you can see the sparkle, right? So the white spot, is it sparkle or is it whitening? Anyway, getting a 6 there, unfortunate, which is okay, because we'll show you a little bit later on. All right, continuing on, we got some continuing the really randomness of this particular submission here. We got a Himeko Toga, which is a character from My Hero Academia. I always say our hero, but it's My Hero Academia. So some of these are one-of-ones, by the way. Some of these are one-of-ones. So this is just the uncommon parallel. And then we have the Nijire Hado, which is probably, I would say, again, one of my top favorite characters. That's why we graded her from My Hero. Haven't done much recently though. I can't remember she's doing quite a lot. And then we opened the entire case of One Piece. Unfortunately, didn't get the signature. We've got this one though, the first anniversary. The signature one would have an Oda signature on it. We didn't get it, but we got this instead. We graded it, get a 10. And then we have the frog lady here, Tsuyu. Again, she low-key climbing on top in terms of favorite character lists. I think it's got to do with her kind of partnership with Midori very earlier on as well. So really cool. Getting a gem tent there, and then this one here. Wow, this is the Himeko Toga. So we were so hyped about My Hero Academia with UA. We actually bought two cases. Two cases. We opened an entire case, and each case you're entitled to a SR parallels, which is a true star parallel here or above. So My Hero Academia, very nice card here. Getting the 2, the 10. Unfortunately, this Khalifa here didn't get it. Only got a 9. I don't know who did that corner. Maybe me, maybe them. And then a few 10s here from just the normal one, with Luffy here being the normal secret rare, and then the Boa Hancock here. Again, I think we got a 9 or 9.5 from BGS, cross-graded it, and then getting a 10 here. It's actually my dream to get this card in a black label. That's why we try for BGS first. All right. Now, if you remember this one, so this is 402. So it got a 6, but the 401 actually got a 10 though. So I'm pretty happy with it, and I think it's pretty evident that it was some whitening on the card there. So first and second we did get PSA 10, just not sequential, that's all. All right, and then another Nejiri Hado here. That's why she's one of our favorite character, because it we graded a few. And then the action point card with a few of the heroes here. No need to explain more, as star-studded hero lineup. Now this, I don't know if we have, yeah, we do have it, so I'm just gonna take it out. In terms of this particular submission, I mean, most of the card, you know, did really well. The only true card that I was like, oh, I wish these two, if I were to trade, I would have like I don't know, like some of the cards in this collection to give 10s on these two. Again, Monogatari series, one of my favorite. In terms of the first 2 seasons, I guess use pretty easy to grade Precious Memory, right? Like you can see the whitening on it. I really can't see the whitening on the card, so there might be, I don't know, dents on the cards that we don't know. Is it the case? So these are signed card. I believe, and I might be, this is where I'm going to be wrong here, and hopefully the community won't bite my head off it. I believe these are the voice actress sign. I might be wrong. But getting 7 on both, I can't say I am most happy, and who knows, we might crack these and give it another try, just to see. This card here, again, I think you got a 9.5 Holo Life card here, Reborn for you, getting a 10 back, great. So I would probably say, like, just for example, you know, just a side tangent, if this card came back a 9 and those cards came back a 10, I would be fine with it. Again, Vivi is one of our characters, the favorite characters from the One Piece series, and this was a Giga Jump. I was gonna say Coco promo, but it's a Giga Jump. And then I actually don't know how these cards make their way into the submission. So we graded the true Yu Nagaba Flareon cards, because we did buy extra. Maybe these are the extra ones that I got, and then both getting 10s for these. So the idea is so I'm missing Jolteon. The idea is to get the whole set and then try to get a sequential on it. So getting 10s on these, and very nice. And we might consider putting one of these into our PSA graded draw for our Patreon members. And these are the other two that so this is the black and white base set. This is a white collection, and then Dragon Blast here, the Hydrologon, and Crocodile here, both getting 10s, and you know, cards from 2010, 2012. Again, I didn't grade them because I think I was going to sell these for thousands of dollars. I graded these because it would look so much better in a case than in a binder. I am one of those people where I think I like the card in a case better than the binder, even though I don't actually have that much space in my house. And then one of those Digimon cards, again, getting the Dex Dorugoramon, getting the 9 here. Now, these are the interesting one. In any shape or form that you look at these two cards, these are English cards. Blue Eyes, White Dragon. And it's set Era Italy, or Italian. So I think I was too late when I told them this particular problem, but actually these we graded with BGS, and we got 9.5 or 9 for these, and then getting mid 9 and near mid 8 for these. And I don't know, I think Yu-Gi-Oh cards are really hard to grade, and like, to be honest, I think, yeah, this card here getting a 9, right? Again, I don't want to put PSA on a tough spot, but it really looks like this card's been damaged quite a lot on these corners here when it went into a case. So these, I would say these will probably be a lost cause, because for one, I'm not going to, I don't know if I'm going to go send them back to PSA to get a label correction, and number 2, are they really worth it? Alright, next up, I don't seem to have really good luck grading Yu-Gi-Oh cards as well, so that's a side note. So, Metal Garurumon getting a 7, so we did have the War Greymon, and then obviously the Omegamon, Omnimon, but unfortunately, Mega Garurumon getting the 7 again. You know, I can see it, why he got a 7, and I can also not see it as well. I mean, if they would have been 9s, would have given me a 9, I guess. A Gardemon here, Guremon, not getting the ideal grade. That's fine. Now, for those who may have not seen it, we actually got a special appearance on Deep Pokemon's video while we were in Japan. We helped him out for one of the challenge, and we swapped a Eevee GX full art with this particular card, and obviously graded it and got a 10. Again, Jirachi being one of our favorite Pokemon. This came from the 10th movie anniversary Komori, so very, very proud of that. And obviously we did let Pat know. And I think the last few cards here are all kind of the art rare. You see Zor art rare here again, very cool card. A Cleffa art rare, amazing. A Lee Chong art rare, kind of like me on a weekend, that's why we graded it. Last but not the second last card here, a Mewtwo 10. So for me, for this particular submission, really surprised about the 151, because from the Chinese and the Japanese, I didn't think they were going to be that great. Last but not least, the Gita special art rare here. You never know with these cards, just graded and have it sit in your storage for a little while. Maybe they go sky high, maybe they won't. But it's always good to have one of these. With that said, I'm going to find my favorite card out of this particular submission. Hopefully we'll find it in time to finish off our ending. But as you can see, we just about grade everything and anything. I can't find it, so I can't find it. So let's just put Lee Chong here for the time being. I can't find it, but what I'll say was, as you can see, there's no such thing as right answer or wrong answer when it comes to card grading. Grade things that you like, obviously grade things that is within your budget. These didn't cost me an arm and a leg. I think these are like the $15 or $18 submission that we submitted it. Was happy to wait for a long time. Need to be more than 1 or 2 months for it to come back. I was quite happy with that. PSA don't charge you until they actually finish grading your cards as well. So, you know, overall, was very, very happy with the submission, because out of 81 cards, I'm just looking at the stats, I think we hit about 60 to 65 cards that got PSA 10, so you can't really complain. Very, very happy with the result, bar 1 or 2 cards. But hey, you can't win them all anyway. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this particular video. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Make sure you ring the bell for the latest videos and updates. This month, towards the end of the month, you guys know Shiny Treasure is going to come out in Japanese, and we obviously will be doing some giveaways around those, so make sure you stay tuned. With that said, if you are also getting some PSA cards, BGS card, whatever the grading company is, may the God of Grades be with you always.